Hello and welcome. This video is the raw footage from my Twitch streams. I decided to make these available to anyone who wants to go back and watch the games from the beginning. If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to join us on Sundays and Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Twitch at the link in the description. Thank you and enjoy!
Hello all! It's good to see you. Oh, good wave. I am so glad you made it. Do be safe, and if you have to check out and go, just disappear. We get it. Um, what's going on is that Wave and some of my other regulars are in an area where the weather is incredibly bad right now. Um, so we're happy to have you here. Love seeing you. Just do know that we want you to be safe. So if you need to, duck out and go. So Granny actually sent me um, a copy of My Mother Made a Meatloaf, and I have promptly lost it. So I will not be reading My Mother Made a Meatloaf today. However, I have found a poem called A Jellyfish, and I like it. So I am going to read the poem called A Jellyfish. It is by Marianne Moore. She lived from 1887 to 1972. Visible, invisible, a fluctuating charm, an amber-colored amethyst inhabits it. Your arm approaches and it opens and it closes. You have meant to catch it, and it shrivels. You abandon your intent. It opens and it closes, and you reach for it. The blue surrounding it grows cloudy, and it floats away from you. Which is such a lovely poem, and very accurately describes jellyfish. We're in an area where I've actually gotten to see jellyfish in the ocean, and it's really awesome. uh, they're really fun to watch, and actually, it's really interesting to watch fish eat jellyfish, because fish can eat jellyfish if they do it right. They do have to start from the top of the jellyfish and work their way down, as opposed to trying to eat the tentacles first, because of course the tentacles will um, poison most fish. So that is your random knowledge for the day, that fish do in fact eat jellyfish, and they do it starting at the top. Because I know random and useless facts. And I know that one from first-hand knowledge because I've actually watched it happen. Also, booping jellyfish is fun, as long as you're gentle about it. Hi, Pocket Full of Fish. Welcome. Thank you for coming tonight. I don't know how much you've been following us, but tonight it looks like we're going to be mostly playing domains and possibly um, filling out some more of Noelle's story. So we'll be looking at some more of that drunken boyfriend story that we saw a couple weeks ago, Will. Just in case you're wondering. All right, so let's go ahead and pop into Mondstadt. Oh, the other thing we're going to do today, if we have some time, is because we've now reached a high enough level, we are what? We are opening up to a game called Genius Impact TCG. I will show you the mechanics of that game, and you guys can vote if you want to see more games plays or not. You're welcome. I understand that a lot of people who are watching this are really new to this world. Most of the people on my stream have not actually seen. They've seen me play, but they don't actually know a lot about Genshin Impact. Alright, so I said we'd start out with domains, but we are actually, in fact, going to start out with Noelle's story. Noelle, Noelle, Noelle. Where is Noelle? Nope. Oh, no, that was what I wanted. Ha ha ha. I have a hard time with it because I'm not used to playing this on the computer. I am used to playing this on the PS4. So things are a little different. So the way this works is you can see that this is a decision tree. All your decisions make different changes. Sometimes you can make multiple choices. To make this easy, we are going to go back to this area and make the different choice. Alright.
Are there any particular snacks you like?
So to give you a
Noelle!
brief summary of what's going on, this is B. B is interested in a gentleman in Mondstadt who's not really interested in her, and she has Noelle doing tasks to try and help her win the young man's heart. He just happens to be one of the 4 drunkards of Mondstadt. That is one of his titles.
B? What happened? Is there something I can help you with?
Quinn! He's ignoring me again.
Well, take your time, no rush. I'm here to help.
I noticed Quinn was in a bad mood, so I wanted to call him over for a chat and a date, I guess.
Oh, a date? So it's that kind of a problem?
Yes. I've been over to him several times today already. But no matter how hard I try to make conversation, he just focuses on his stall and ignores me completely. Noelle, everyone in Mondstadt thinks you're really cute. You must be really popular, right? Can you help me out?
Of course. It's a maid's responsibility to help the residents of Mondstadt.
I have opinions of her helping B.
It's just,
Even Noelle can't help me.
Oh, please, don't worry. Oh, we also have the honorary knight here. Honorary knight, can you help B?
Which one did we do the first time? Does anybody remember?
Oh, I'm so, but as a maid of Favonius, I'll do some serious planning and make sure we can have a day off together another time. Indeed.
I think I chose the wrong one.
Today, can you help B come up with a solution? Oh, thank you. Okay. B said... Yes.
As we can skip it, I'm guessing we already did this one.
Are you sure? I still feel the choice of gift matters, no matter what kind of relationship 2 people share. But I don't have any experience in this area. I'm sure you're right.
I'm sure I'm not, but that's okay.
Then, if the gift doesn't matter, the choices are limitless. Oh, I can't decide. Do you have any ideas?
Sending a Mondstadt grilled fish. I mean, there are worse options.
Huh. Will this real... Oh, no need? I should take a break? Oh, okay then. In that case, let's head to Good Hunter and have a look.
I guess. Are we supposed to be getting fisherman's toast? I thought we were making a grilled cheese. No, we're supposed to be making Mondstadt grilled fish. I own one, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to her, but I need spices. Oh, pepper, not spice.
How am I ever going to get Quinn?
It's a fish skewer. It's a little different than fish and chips.
Mondstadt, I have often said that I would bring him lunch. Would this really work?
It's less complicated than your last plan.
Well, since it's Noelle's recommendation, I'll give it a try.
Oh, I hope Quinn understands Bee's intentions. And I hope we were a help this time.
Now's not the best time to disturb them.
Oh, apologies, by the way. I said we would take a break and ended up bothering you instead. Oh, if you're peckish, just let me know. I can whip something up for you right away.
You're taking a break, remember?
Sorry. Old habits die hard.
Did we get a new ending?
You know, I'm still a little worried about how Bee is doing.
There's no stopping you once you're concerned about someone, huh? Come on, then. Let's see how she's doing.
Take it didn't go well.
Bee?
Oh, hi, Noelle.
So, did you get a date with Quinn?
I barely want to talk about it. I hadn't even given him the Mondstadt grilled fish when he muttered something about not having an appetite and not wanting to eat. I can't force him to eat, can I?
Well, at least you didn't go that far.
Looks like I'll just have to try to ask him out some other time.
I must apologize. Next time, I'll help you find a much better gift.
No need. It should be me apologizing. I was worried and dumped everything on you. It's obvious, thinking about it now. Noelle can't be good at everything.
Wow.
Oh,
That's rude.
it's okay. This isn't your fault. I don't blame you. I have to get going.
Oh, please, take care. I'm fine. It's just, I feel bad that I couldn't help Bee.
It's impossible to be an expert on everything, you know.
You're not wrong. But if I give up so easily, then the next time someone needs help, I'll mess up again. I may not know much about this sort of thing, but at the very least, I should try to learn something about it. I'm going to the Knights of Favonius library. There must be some guidance there on the subject of love. The next time I encounter a situation like this, I'll be able to help.
Can Noelle really handle a subject as big as love by herself?
I
We
mean,
should head to the library and see how she's doing.
if there's anybody in Mondstadt who has a chance, it's Noelle. That girl is persistent. And unlike Bee, whose persistence is in one person and one person only, excuse me, Noelle's persistence is in helping everybody. And she honestly goes to some truly extraordinary lengths to pull it off. Library, library, library. Not quite as good as the one in Infinity Nikki, but still a nice library.
Since you've already noticed, I guess I can let you lend a hand. Ah, so that's how it works. When you meet the person who inspires your affections, you have to find a way to do things together with them. Even if not old enough to drink, one should still learn to discuss the different qualities of wine.
How old is this book?
I see. So you need to know how to make yourself interesting, to draw people's attention.
What are you reading?
Sorry, I didn't see you there. I was deep in concentration. I borrowed every book on love from the library that I could find. When I finished reading them, I'll finally be able to give decisive recommendations for next time. Even if it is me.
So what book do we have here?
Well, let's see. For example, Vera's Melancholy, Heart of Clear Springs. Well, all of them contain detailed records of the experience of love. As a maid, my experience leaves a lot to be desired. So I found the quickest way was to take examples from the classics.
Is she talking about fiction?
There's also a guide to tavern chat and shortcuts to love. These are much more practical in nature. And of course, there are even books that focus on theories of love. And then there's this one. This book's about...
Can I take a look?
No, nothing. This book... It's too early to read this book.
I have questions.
Let's look at another one. You have to learn the basics first, after all. So this book is about... Huh? Same as that one? Guess this must be a pretty... common topic. Looks like I still have a lot to learn.
Wow. I will just say wow. Ooh, the Hex and Hound. There was a new book. I do not think that book was here the last time I was here. Alright. So see, alright. We'll do one of these each time. We've got plenty, you see. I think next week we will, when I know that everyone can make it, we will do the story about Klee, because there are several people who had questions. For those of you who are interested, this is Klee. Klee is an absolute sweetheart who is something of a pyromaniac. She enjoys blowing things up. She carries bombs in her backpack. And gets grounded on the regular. Because of said bombs. Alright. The reason I'm doing this and the Genius Invocation first is because once we get into the domains will really take some time, especially since it looks like Pika's not here. So I'm going to struggle a bit and probably need to make lots of food to survive this. Hey, looky! It's a cat.
Welcome to the Cat's Tale. Ah, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What a nice surprise. Oh, and Sucrose the Alchemist. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's wearing a little hat and a little bow tie.
I'm afraid I've already told you before. Fur from the Cat's Tail staff is not for sale, no matter how much Mora you offer.
Don't worry, Margaret. We're not here for that research project I told you about last time.
What research project?
Sucrose, what kind of experiment were you trying to do with the cat's tail? I just wanted to test out some hypotheses, and I needed some materials. But, we can talk about that later. Actually, Margaret, we're here to learn more about Genius Invocation TCG.
For those who don't know, TCG is trading card
Genius
game.
Invocation TCG. We were just talking about that game. You see, more and more people have been gathering at the Cat's Tail to play, so I thought, why not have a dedicated staff to serve the new customers?
Prince is the new staff dedicated to serving the customers.
Allow me to interpret. Prince says that the word customer is much too loose of a term, and we should instead refer to anyone who loves dueling with cards as TCG players.
And of course, because they hired a cat to be the new employee, they also had to hire his interpreter.
My mistake. So it seems I haven't introduced you yet. This is Prince and Shuyan. They will be in charge of taking care of our TCG players.
I'm afraid I must correct you there, ma'am. Only Prince, the strongest and most formidable TCG player of all, is capable of providing valuable guidance to our new players. The average player is incapable of grasping the subtlety and sheer genius behind Prince's every play, and he has no choice but to rely on me to communicate with everyone. I am merely Prince's lowly assistant, that's all.
What does the cat have on him? And it's good to see you, Ayana. We wholly understand the limited signal.
Wow! Another guy who can understand animals!
How can you use such a crude word as animal to describe the one and only Prince? He is special and the only one of his kind. Such a remark is an insult to Prince. Oh? What's that? Shuyan. In the eyes of the common folk, I look no different than any other ordinary cat. It's a natural mistake to make, and you shouldn't overreact. Understood. I do apologize.
It seems he really is capable of communicating with the cat. Could this be the result of some modification to the language center of his brain?
Alright, so Sucrose. We haven't had much interaction with this character. She is an alchemist. She's studying to be an alchemist under one of the more popular characters in the game, whom we haven't met yet because we have not gone to the Dragon Spine, and that is Albedo. She's one of those people who can disappear into a library and you might see them at the next turn of the century. Maybe. If you're lucky. And about the only time she comes out is for experiments. The only reason she's out right now is she received some mail from a friend that was a deck of cards. And so she's gone to learn how to play the cards.
Seriously, how can he get all of that from a simple meow?
That's amazing.
Yes, it was the Sacred Duels of Genius Invocation, TCG, that formed and cemented our bonds of mutual understanding. It's my firm belief that by simply playing the game, players can develop a deeper level of understanding between one another.
So, playing Genius Invocation TCG fosters some sort of a telepathic link between players?
That's not what he means.
Somehow Paimon doubts that.
Anyway, if you'd like to know anything about Genius Invocation TCG, then please ask Shuyan, who will ask Prince. Though I'd love to explain more myself, it's time for my daily walk. I'll let Prince play a game with you and walk you through all the rules.
Just as a seasoned warrior can foresee the path of his opponent's sword, so too can I, as a TCG master, predict my opponent's every play. It would be improper to pit a newcomer to the art of the card against one such as myself, and I must therefore politely decline. That's what Prince said.
Oh, Prince doesn't want to play with us, huh? Fine, then Prince doesn't have to. We'll play you instead.
I'm sorry, but from the day I met the mighty cardmaster Prince, I swore an oath that my hands would live solely to hold the cards and not to play them. I will never play another match of my own again.
I have questions, and I'm not sure I want the answers to them.
If Prince is unwilling to play, then I guess we should look for an alternative. How about this? Diona!
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. What is it? I'm pretty busy over here, you know.
This is Diona. When we get to her story, it's a lot of fun. She has some special abilities that she accidentally ended up with and absolutely hates. Diona, the bartender at the Cat's Tail, hates all alcoholic beverages, but has a rare talent for bartending. No matter the drink, as long as the mixing is in her hands, it will be unimaginably delicious. Her excellent bartending skills and her cat's ears and tail that run in her family are a big hit with the hunters, making the Cat's Tail extremely popular. However, please take care not to touch Diona's ears or tail when ordering at the bar. If you cross her, the consequences will be dire.
Huh. Why is it that every player that sets foot in here to play Genius Invocation TCG has to have a drink? Ugh! Don't they have any clue that the key to playing a game is the ability to think straight? Seriously, games and drinks don't mix. Don't they get that? Ugh.
What can I say? As the tavern owner, I can't help but feel happy to hear this. Anyway, I see you've been working hard, so I thought you could use a break. So why not come over here and teach these customers the rules of Genius Invocation?
Ha! Yeah, what kind of break is that? I'd rather not. Oh, why are we letting all these loafers come in here to play Genius Invocation TCG anyway? All it does is encourage more people to come to the bar for a drink.
Yes, the bartender is complaining that people are drinking.
You know, if drink sales keep going up like this, pretty soon Mondstadt's alcohol industry is gonna reach new heights. Looks like my first step in destroying Mondstadt's alcohol industry should be stamping out the spread of Genius Invocation TCG.
My dear, you are quite mistaken. You said it yourself, a clear mind is necessary to win. Soon, their thirst for victory will overcome their thirst for alcohol. Prince speaks the truth, Diona. Not only is the spread of Genius Invocation TCG no obstacle to your goal of destroying Mondstadt's alcohol industry, it could even support you in this endeavor.
Could it really?
Sure, why not? Alrighty then, our 2 customers are waiting to learn. Shuyan, let's put you on drink mixing duty for now.
But Shuyan is destined for a far greater purpose.
Shuyan, drink mixing, now.
Okay.
Since you refuse to play.
Ooh, all right. We'll need some space to learn. Let's go to that empty table over there. Okay, let's go through the rules. First things first. You'll be needing your deck, so place that on the table.
Deck?
Yes? You should have built a deck. You know, a set of cards that meets the bare minimum requirement to play the game. What's with the blank stares? Come on. Don't tell me you came to learn Genius Invocation TCG without bringing any cards.
We have some cards.
That's right. We have some cards that I received from a friend.
Yeah. You're gonna need a few more cards than that. Okay, let me think. To learn the game, you'll need at least 2 character cards to switch between. Oh, that reminds me. A few days ago, when I was closing up for the night, I noticed a customer had left a couple of character cards on the bar counter. Maybe you could use those for now.
Are you sure that's okay?
It's already been a few days and he still hasn't come back to claim them. Who knows? Maybe he left them here on purpose. Oh, okay, yeah, I got them here with me. You know, just in case the customer came looking for them. Yeah, not because I like to play the game or anything. Please.
Alright, so now we have 2 character cards. That's everything we need, right?
No.
Yep. So,
Oh.
are you ready to start?
Sure, let's
All
start
right,
this.
Then let's begin.
Honestly, this is a game that if they ever made a tabletop version of,
Welcome to the world of Genius Invocation TCG.
I might actually be in trouble. Because I could spend hours playing this game. And maybe have in my other account. No one will ever know, as long as no one asks.
Simply put, this is a game where you control character cards to duke it out with your opponent. Pew, pew, pew! Once you've defeated all of your opponent's character cards, victory shall be yours. Now then, you're gonna need a character on the field to start with.
Let's finish this swiftly.
First, we roll 8 elemental dice at the start of every round. These dice correspond to elemental energy. We'll be spending these dice to perform actions.
No need to select reroll this round. Oh, boo. Okay, fine.
Once the roll phase is over, you'll enter the action phase, where the real game starts. During the action phase, you can spend elemental dice to perform various actions. Of course, the most common action is to use character skills.
Yeah, fine. Yes.
Not bad. You just made your first attack. During the action phase, both sides will take turns making their moves. After you use a skill to attack your opponent, it's their turn to attack. And as you can see, once the enemy finishes their move, it's our turn again. Now, these are Omni-Element dice. They can be spent on any move regardless of the elemental type. So, we're gonna use them to pay for the pyro dice needed for this skill. Go on, give it a try.
Do I have to? Like, it's a waste of...
That was pretty good. That's one opponent down for the count. Bam! But the game has only just begun.
Yeah, well, unfortunately...
As much as we'd like to attack again, seems like we've run out of usable dice. In that case, after you end round, you won't be able to do anything else this round. And once everyone chooses end round, we can move on to the next round.
Alright.
All right, here we are, a fresh new round. And a fresh new round means time to roll the dice again. Ooh,
That is not
don't
good.
Worry. Since you once per round, you can...
That is only slightly better.
When the action phase begins, the player who first chose end round in the previous round takes their turn first. This means that since you finished first the last round, you'll be the first to start this round. Alrighty then, let's learn a little bit about energy. Each time you use a skill, your character will gain 1 energy. Once D-Loop's energy is full, he can use a powerful elemental burst. But we're still one short. Never mind. Let's start with a normal attack instead. D-Loop's normal attack only needs 1 pyro die and 2 other dice of any type. In any case, your normal attack needs fewer pyro dice than your elemental skill.
Which makes sense. Yep.
Now we have 3 It's time to use.
There we go. There we go. That takes care of that. Miniaturized dice shaker. Oh, this is a 4-round.
In an actual game of Genius Invocation Tease. Next up, it's time.
For Kaya, we need cryo.
It seems like any.
No. Keeping the pyro just in case is very important. Mm.
When
Yeah.
you deal cryo damage, you'll...
Freeze!
It freezes your opponent.
Good!
Not
now
enough,
our
though.
opponent is affected by cryo. This is a good time to learn about different types of
Oh,
elemental
yeah.
damage affect enemies with different elements. When a character's an elemental reaction will be triggered. At the moment, your opponent is affected by cryo.
I
so we
forgot
should
that
try
that was
and use
actually a function
cryo
in this
skill on
game,
them.
too.
Looks like we have to... Oh, that reminds me. Both sides must have one active character, while others are considered standby characters. Normally, we can only use the active character skills. Now, if we want to use the skills of our stamina, in this case, we'll have to switch to Diluc. You can spend one elemental die of any kind.
Let's finish this swiftly.
Here's the thing. It takes your
Switching
turn to do it.
characters is an action, just like using... Most skills can only... Alright then, now that Diluc is our...
But
Because the opponent is already affected by... When triggered, Meld increases damage dealt by 2. This will allow you to deal loads of damage in one go!
I honestly completely forgot about that part of the game. I will keep that in mind going forward.
Alright! Next up, let's learn how to use card types other than character cards. These cards are all known as action cards. Each time a match starts, you have to draw 5 action cards to form your starting hand.
Alright.
Uh-oh. Looks like we don't have any elemental dice we can spend to make an attack.
Let's just re-roll everything.
Seriously? We still don't have any usable dice even after that reroll? Well, never mind. Even don't underestimate action cards. They can...
Hey, what do we have? Character deals 1 damage.
So playing this action card will require 2 of these. Some other cards, we'll cross that bridge when we get...
That has to go on Diluc. Sorry, guys. Had to shut a window.
So, playing an action card from your hand,
Yes.
simply put. But wait, Diluc's elemental skill costs 3 pyro die. Well, not a problem. By discarding 1 and this card isn't useful.
Huh.
Sometimes, you won't be able to perform any actions you want to because Ingenious Invocation TCG. Keeping up a in this case, well, let's just like playing cards from your hand. Elemental tuning, come on, hurry up! Use elemental tuning to get yourself 3 pyro dice.
Why can't I do more than 1 at a time? That would be convenient.
Well, would you look at that? Because you have the what?
Yes, thank you.
Now comes the final part. At this time, we can select any number of cards in our hand to shuffle back into the draw pile.
No, I don't want to... I actually do want the sweet madam, thank you.
Once you have confirmed any adjustment... Oh boy, this one's... Let's see how you do this time.
Oof.
Remember, start by selecting your...
Let's do this.
Let's finish this swiftly.
Agreed. Oh, that went well.
Hey, look at you! You can preview your opponent's Check it out! So here's where you can see all your opponent's intended actions for the reference this to come up with effective countermeasures. And well then, that's the end of the tutorial. You're on.
Alright. What is this card? Create 2 Omni Element. I do actually want to switch characters.
Ready when you are.
Yes.
Cool it!
Alright.
Dodge this!
No, it doesn't. I'm done.
Wait. There's one more thing I almost forgot. Every time you hit an end phase, you get to draw 2 cards from your action cards pile. Remember, you have to make use of both your elemental dice and your action cards.
Yes, I know. That's not a bad roll. Actually really like that roll. Okay. Yes. I mean, yeah, but this really shouldn't go past. Well, that's not useful. That's more useful.
Dodge this! Dodge this!
And that takes care of that. I know, not the most stimulating for some people, but I enjoy the thought that goes into the game. And like I said, if they actually made a tabletop version of this, I would be in trouble. I'm probably more broke than I am now, which would be impressive.
All right, cool. What we just played was an adventure challenge designed specially for new players. Genius Invocation TCG can be played in duel mode, where each player brings 3 character cards, or in adventure challenge mode, with a fixed deck for each challenge. But the rules are all the same. As long as you understand the basics, then you should be able to take on any of those rowdy booze hounds.
Although I feel there are still many details to grasp, I think I understand the basic premise of the game now.
That was quite the detailed explanation. I didn't know the Cat's Tail's famous mixologist had such an eclectic skill set.
What? Oh, when did you get here?
I stepped in while you were in the middle of your explanation. I hope I didn't dampen the mood.
Not at all, D-Luke.
You snuck in without making a sound. Anyway, what are you doing here?
The Cat's Tail is a player in Mondstadt's alcohol industry. Naturally, you have some collaboration with my winery. I'm here today to discuss a few items of business with Margaret.
Too bad she just left. But if you head off right now, you might still catch up with her.
Never mind, it's nothing urgent. In fact, I think I'm now more interested in this card that you're using to teach them the game.
Wait, this card? It's D-Luke's character card!
All although I have some degree of experience with Genius Invocation TCG, seeing this particular card is a first for me.
A customer left it behind a few days ago, but he wasn't even playing the game while he was here.
Oh? And what sort of a customer was he?
Anybody gonna bet it's Kaya?
He wasn't wearing an eye patch, okay? He had a light complexion and a super serious look on his face.
Yep, it's Kaya.
He wasn't much of a talker and looked like he was just drinking his worries away. Never seen him around here before.
Eye patch, you say?
It's Kaya.
Gah! I was trying to give the opposite description, but I just ended up giving it away. Sorry, guard captain.
Don't worry. Somehow, I don't think he'll be giving you any trouble over it.
Probably did it on purpose.
So, what about the Diluc character card?
I don't mind. It's just a card with my image on it.
I didn't expect Diluc to be familiar with Genius Invocation TCG.
The game has been catching on lately. It's hard to go anywhere without hearing it mentioned. Every now and then, I'll sit down and play a game with the customers in Angel Share.
I challenge you to a duel.
I was hoping we could play a game, but this issue of someone leaving a character card with my image of the cat's tail is very intriguing. It's getting late, and someone has some explaining to do. We'll have to have that duel another time.
Sure, I look forward to it.
Good. Then I'll take my leave.
You know where the door is. Don't let the door hit you where Lord Barbados split you.
Seriously?
Uh-oh. Guard captain.
I hope Kaya will be alright. Well, now that we are familiar with the rules, why don't we try playing a game of Genius Invocation TCG?
Ooh, 2 new players having their first ever duel. This sounds like fun. But in order to play an official duel, you need to have 3 character cards. Remember, a complete deck has to have 3 character cards and 30 action cards. Got it?
Then, let's use my cards. These were mixed in with all the others I had received. And I didn't know what they were for at first. But now that we've learned the rules, I can see that this one must be the Sucrose character card. Now, it looks like we each have the Kaya, Diluc, and Sucrose character cards. So why don't we have our first duel?
Sure.
Alright, let's duel.
Alright. +1 energy. Okay. It's not a bad starting hand.
Unlike the adventure challenge you tried previously, duel in a duel. You're at the same time. You're a
It's the same stuff. Let's start with Sucrose.
I can do it.
Of course, I chose to start with the exact wrong character. No, that's not what I want to do. Play card. Omni Dice. Yay, Omni Dice. Yep. Yay! Alright. No, it's the end of our round too. What is this one? Destroy all summons. There aren't any summons. I need 3 wind energy. And 2 of another kind. Let's ditch this. There we go.
Animal hypostasis emulation!
Want to switch characters, please? Thank you.
Let's go.
Yeah. And intern. Woohoo! Can I get some pyro, please? Sort of. Ooh. Okay, this is completely useless. This one's also completely useless. Let's just go for it. Confirm. Two and still have enough. Yep. Healing cards. Very important. Got it. Alright. Yep. We're gonna play that card. No, we're not gonna play that card yet. That will take him out.
Where did I go?
Darn. I didn't factor that into the equation.
Well, I'm glad I did. No, that card can't be used by any of my characters. It's for Hydro only. Alright, let's end this round. Last time on this.
I'm not done.
Leaves one character left.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
And I now have a bunch of useless cards. Which is good.
Animo test 6308.
Why did it fine? You know what? Really? You're ending your round? Fine.
This will be interesting. Freeze!
Need to make adjustments.
There we go.
I can't believe I lost when we had the exact same character cards. The rules must be more complicated than I first thought. Every decision is a difficult trade-off in this game. If there was only a way to transplant the arms of the two standby characters onto the active character's body.
She's something of a mad scientist?
That's not how the rules work, Sucrose. Don't be a sore loser. That kind of thing is looked down on in TCG circles.
Oh, I am sorry. I was beaten fair and square. I know that. I just can't stand losing. But it was a fun match.
It was a close call.
Paimon didn't know you could get so competitive, Sucrose.
I didn't realize Sucrose had ears. Shows how much attention I've been paying to this character.
I always get a little upset when I lose. It's like that with my research, too. It always gets to me when my experiments don't go as planned. Especially when there's an alchemy genius like Albedo around to compare myself to.
You lost me at alchemy and experiments. But I'm pretty sure it's normal to feel that way. Playing cards is no different. Each game you lose makes you want to win the next one to settle the score. And the seizing victory through a winning combination of luck, skill, and experience is where all the fun of genius invocation lies.
But what if you keep trying and never win a single game?
A losing streak, yeah. That'll definitely get you down. But it's way better to keep trying until you win than to just accept you're a plain old loser and give up.
That and it's more fun to lose anyway when you're playing with friends.
You make a good point, Diona.
Besides, Sucrose, you're already making great progress. It'd take at least 8 of our regular booze hounds to match your level. You played well this last match.
Agreed. It was a brilliant game.
Thank you. I'm just a little disappointed to lose, that's all. But Genius Invocation TCG is a really fun game.
Good! Having fun is the main thing. If you ever want to play again in the future, feel free to come by the Cat's Tail. But don't expect me to play with you. I just mean, this place probably has the right atmosphere.
I'll definitely be back.
Alright. I think you should have all the basics down by now. I need to get back to bartending. Shiyan's likely been busy making his tavern more popular with his delicious cocktails. Pui, pui, pui. And we can't have that. Huh. Burning Mondstadt's wine industry to the ground keeps me pretty busy, you know. So if you need any more help, go bother Shiyan.
Alright.
I see. So you have now grasped the rules of Genius Invocation TCG.
That's right! The Traveler, Sucrose, and Paimon are TCG players now!
I didn't notice you play any matches, Paimon.
Paimon picked it up from watching you and Sucrose.
Becoming a TCG player is not as simple as that. You cannot call yourselves true TCG players until you have passed the test. Sobering words from Prince there. But I'm afraid he's right. To become official players recognized by the Genius Invocation TCG Society, you have to pass the test.
There's a test? Why
Yes,
is there a test?
Although, to be honest, it's not that difficult. Basically, to become an official and recognized TCG player, you have to best 3 opponents in a duel.
So, you have to win 3 duels against 3 different opponents?
The duel you just played can count towards this tally. I agree. Although I didn't get to observe the match myself, I did listen along, and from what I could hear, you both performed at a rather high level.
Same way you can hear what Prince says?
A well-trained ear is a basic skill expected of anyone hoping to become a TCG master. But back to the matter at hand. The Traveler only needs to beat 2 more opponents to become an official TCG player. Sucrose, you may have lost the last duel, but don't be disheartened. I can assure you that winning 3 games is well within your ability. But first things first, Shuyen. Before that, our TCG newcomers should receive their free gift.
Ooh, gifts.
Ah, yes, my goodness. Completely slipped my mind. I'm lucky to have Prince here to remind me. Everyone who wants to start playing Genius Invocation TCG is entitled to claim a free Casket of Tomes.
Casket of Tomes?
Oh, Timaeus mentioned it, didn't he? It was from the light novels he's been reading. The thing that the main character found in his attic.
Oh, that's right! The soul of an ancient TCG player was trapped inside, right?
I kind of want to read that book now.
So the Casket of Tomes is actually real?
Well, actually, all card cases in Genius Invocation TCG are called Caskets of Tomes. Not only do they provide a reliable and sturdy container to store your decks, they can also sense when other people in the area are also carrying a Casket of Tomes with them.
Oh, Paimon can guess what you're gonna say next. The reason they can sense each other is because they have the souls of ancient TCG players inside.
Paimon.
That would mean an extraordinarily high number of people in history have been turned into disembodied souls as a consequence of playing card games. No. The real reason that it can sense other caskets is because it holds a nifty little mechanism invented by Sumeru scholars.
Darn, what a letdown.
See, the reason Sumeru scholars are mentioned, never mind the fact that that was a much later release, because when I started playing this game the first time, only Mondstadt existed. So Genius Invocation didn't exist. Liyue wasn't there. The Dragonspine wasn't, although the Dragonspine did come along pretty quickly afterwards. I started playing. Sumeru wasn't there yet, so none of this would have existed. In fact, even the ability to multiplayer wasn't there when I first started playing Genshin Impact on my other account. It came about really in Economy, I think, was the one that was really first designed for multiplayer. Sounds like a convenient way of finding other TCG players.
Alright, now let's see this casket of tomes already.
All caskets of tomes are issued by Margaret, so you will need to see her to claim yours. Probably for the best. If Prince and I were responsible for handing them out, knowing how eager we both are to promote the game, we'd probably have dished them all out by now. Okay, so go and see Margaret to claim your casket of tomes, use it to find another player, beat them in a duel, and then come back here.
But even for the Traveler, that's only 2 wins in total. What about the last one?
I shall choose the final contestant she must beat in order to become an official TCG player, for it must be one of comparable prowess. Excellent plan, Prince. Happy dueling, both of you.
I was just trying to complete this task. I didn't realize how long it was going to be. I hope y'all don't mind. I just wanted to remove something from my task list. Mostly because... Nope, that wasn't the right one. This is my current task list. And it is only going to get longer. Will, I honestly think you may be the only one still here.
Hello, you three. Has little Diona finished teaching you the rules of genius invocation? Ah, I see you're here for your casket of tomes, aren't you? A very useful tool indeed.
This is our first casket of tomes. You can get others later.
A casket of tomes.
That's right. A purpose-built case for your card deck that can even detect when someone else nearby is carrying one. Gosh, whoever invented this must have seriously disliked being alone.
Yeah, well, even the most fun game is pretty lonely if you got no one else to play it with.
I don't know, Paimon. I could play solitaire for hours. Have.
True.
Probably will
so
again.
I'm glad that these customers, TCG players, are able to congregate at the Cat's Tail. You're not wrong, but that's secondary. The important thing to me is the opportunity for like-minded people to come together and enjoy their favorite hobby. It creates a nice atmosphere. Anyway, now that you have your caskets of tomes, it's time to find some opponents.
All right. In that case, I'll go find some people to play against too. Let's meet back at the Cat's Tail in a while.
You can do this, Sucrose.
Thanks. I'll do my best.
All right. So we need to equip our casket of tomes. Let's see what we've got in the deck first. Yes. Current deck. My characters are Sucrose, Diluc, and Kaya. Do I have any extra cards? No. I can't wait till I can go and buy some cards. Search for players. Oh, it looks like we're gonna go be taking out Swan. Although why he's playing while on duty, I don't know.
There's a player nearby! That way! Let's go see! Aha! It's you!
I'm sorry. Is there anything I can assist the two of you with?
We want to become official Genius Invocation TCG players, but we have to pass the test.
Oh, I see.
When it comes to your attention that a citizen of Mondstadt is in need, you must come to their aid promptly and willingly.
Are you quoting the Knights of Favonius handbook at me?
Yes, yes I am.
So be it. Then let the duel begin.
I am technically correct, and that is the best type of correct. What is this? Draw 2 cards. Shift an artifact card that has been equipped to one of your characters to another one of your characters. Why would you shift artifact cards between characters? This one can go away. Better. Oh, let's start with Kaya. Why? Because.
This will be interesting.
Wow. It got slightly better? Alright. One usage. Yeah, let's draw 2 cards. Yep.
I want to help.
Ouch. There we go. And in round. Well, that's a waste. I'm glad you're still hanging in there, Ayana. Alright. No, just get rid of that. Okay. You can only eat one food around. Oh, you can force them to... Interesting.
Absorption test.
Let's switch characters.
Let's finish this swiftly.
Here we go. What is Noelle's card? Why am I not getting any for my active character? This is cruel and unusual punishment. Ouch! Alright. Alright. Not that it matters, we're about to wipe this out anyway. Yay! No, I don't want to try again. That took enough time, thank you.
Gosh, I lost. You're remarkably good at this, considering how new to the game you are. Let's play again when you have some time. But ideally, not when I'm on duty.
Fair.
We did it! Now we have 2 victories under our belt. Let's get back to the Cat's Tail. Paimon wonders who Prince is gonna pick as our final contestant.
One more game. And hopefully this quest will be over.
I sensed that she had what it took to become an official TCG player, but she has returned to the tavern more quickly than I had expected. Defeat the opponents I have arranged for you, and you shall become an official TCG player. I look forward to watching this game immensely. Not just Prince. I can't wait either. Come, your opponent is waiting for you in one of the private rooms.
She won't lose to them, whoever it is. Right, Traveler?
Of course.
What ho, fellow voyager of the Stellar Void. Yes, even I was briefly discountenanced when I heard the tidings of your sworn oath to become the thrice victorious. But so be it. You who are enslaved by dueling desire, be released from your shackles into the glorious arena of gladiatorial combat.
Meet Fleischl.
Step forth, O brave challenger. Your Prinzessin grants you an audience. Hearken well. The wretched clock chimes yet again, as the declining light of the day grows dimmer still.
Pardon my directness, but we have not been waiting that long. Mein Fräulein could afford to be a little less impatient.
Huh? Paimon knows those voices.
Your opponent sounds anxious to begin. Do not delay. That's what Prince said. Please enter and enjoy your Genius Invocation TCG Duel.
Paimon knew it! It's Fischl and Oz!
Who else but the Prinzessin? For, as the name of this hallowed rite suggests, only when the wisest of heroes is summoned can the Master of Cards hope to be crowned the champion.
Fischl is special.
This path is a treacherous one. It must be tread with great caution, for eternal doom and damnation are but one wrong step away at any given moment. That is why none is more suited to appear in this audience chamber than the Prinzessin, whose Aug de Beurtelang des großen Kaleido-Phantasmus has witnessed 10,000 battles across 3,000 worlds.
Oh, is that right?
Indeed. Mein Fräulein has watched many games of Genius Invocation TCG, and has gained a solid grasp of the rules. Even in a duel between beginners, it is best that both participants are well versed in them.
Oh, that's true.
When you say watched many games.
Ah, this makes sense now. Prince did say that he was gonna pair us with someone of a similar skill level. Guess that means Fischl hasn't been playing that long either.
The Prinzessin needed but a single glance at these mere machinations of mankind to discern their working principles. Thus, with speed and brilliance paralleled by lightning alone, do I now arrive here at the gateway to yonder circle of secrets.
Mein Fräulein, too, has bested 2 opponents thus far, and is therefore 1 step away from becoming an official TCG player.
So there's a lot on the line, huh? Either Fischl or the Traveler is gonna come out of this duel as an official TCG player!
Indeed.
The Prinzessin herself heeds the call of fate and descends to this realm from the Immernachtreich. Yet still, you dare to doubt the inevitability of the inevitable. Your stubborn foolishness is contemptible.
Yes, this is the Genius Invocation TCG story. How did you know?
Mein Fräulein, I implore you to consider less odious turns of phrase, lest you be forced to feast on your words in the fullness of time.
I shall not lose, Oz! What say you, Outlander? Do you wish to make an enemy of me, the Prinzessin de Beertelung, who even now begins to strum the strings of fate that shall sound out the Traveler's requiem?
Verily, 'tis time to duel.
Then I say it is time to see what you are made of.
This is sort of unfair. To be fair, this is actually a pretty decent card game. It's just a pity that it's in a video game. Hey. Let's start out with D-Luke.
Let's go.
And again, how much D-Luke do I get? Absolutely none. Alright. This is going well. Yep. Yeah, it honestly, like I said, if this was a actual card game that you could collect the cards for in a physical format, I would have problems. That should change characters. Yay! I am out of dice. It's a measly amount of Primos, but you can get some really cool deck boxes as well. Of course, in-game. And I really would like better cards than these. No, that's not the one I want. There, we just have a whole pack of Omni dice now.
dodge this!
Main,
This is but a small sacrifice necessary to achieve ultimate victory.
Now keep in mind, I've not played Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh in more than 10 years. I was a Magic the Gathering person. So I'm not really sure which one this was closer to. Probably Pokemon, because you can really only play one character at a time. Whereas in Yu-Gi-Oh, you could attack multiple times in a row if you had the payout for it.
Cool it! Ow!
Yeah, end round. I had been hoping to switch to Sucrose, but I guess I will be switching to Diluc. Maybe.
Let's light it
Don't
up!
lose your luck!
Yeah, ditch this. Actually, ditch that. And that.
Animo test 6308.
Yeah. Switch characters.
let's go.
I think that's it. Stupid bird. Okay. Play. Play. Oh.
This will be interesting.
Not really.
Oh, so sorry.
'Cause I fully expect that character to be defeated. Oh, really? I might as well use it. Alright, intern. Oh, now the dice are just mocking me. Yeah.
Dodge this! Don't push your luck!
This person is terrible at this game.
Let's go.
What happened? Oz, with lightning twixt upper and lower mandible, strike thy pointy beak into this obstacle and remove it from my path.
It
Main Fräulein,
doesn't work
I
that
cannot
way.
simply attack the traveler.
But that should be enough for me to take care of this. Yep.
Couldn't break the curse. Impossible! Ugh, the cursed dragon looms near once more, casting its dark shadow on the slender threads of fate, hiding them from my vision. Traveler, was even this part of your plan?
What a truly ingenious plot, and what an exciting duel to witness.
Congratulations! You've won 3 duels now. That makes you an official TCG player. Yeah! Oh, Sucrose, you're back! Does that mean... Yep. I've won 2 games so far. When I got back, I heard you were in the middle of your final duel, so I came over to watch. Nice! Sucrose won 2 as well! Great work!
It seems I am forced to admit, fellow voyager of the stellar void, that your mastery of the cards is second to none.
Oh, there are plenty out there that could absolutely trounce me.
To commemorate your glorious ascent to a battlefield beyond this lowly mortal realm, I grant thee an incarnation of my majesty in miniature. As you embark on this ingenious vocation, may you wield it in battle against all your fated foes, that not a single one of them may be left standing.
Main Fräulein wishes to give you a Main Fräulein character card.
Thank you, official.
Wow! It's Fischl's character card!
I dare not take advantage of the princess's generosity.
'Tis a mere token of such. To the victor of this splendid duel is a boon of commensurate splendor due.
I mean, honestly, the amount of time they had to have set down to figure out how to say these lines in the most complicated wording possible is honestly impressive.
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. I am also a beginner who has won 2 games so far. Might I also have the honor of joining you in a duel? If you would be willing, of course.
Nothing would delight me more. I hereby grant you permission to join me in performing the hallowed rite of genius invocation.
One other thing. When I got back, Prince and Shuyan said there was something they needed to give you if you managed to become an official TCG player.
Yeah, hopefully not another test.
Probably not. Oh, Paimon bets it's some kind of prize for making it as an official TCG player. Let's go get our prize!
I doubt it will be that nice.
With 3 electro dice, I summon my eternal familiar, Osvaldo Hrafnavine, to my side. Heed my invocation!
But
She's very enthusiastic.
So it was you who won the duel in the end. I knew you'd do it. Congratulations. You are now officially recognized members of the Genius Invocation TCG community. Very well done. Now, I will explain to you what becoming an official TCG player entails. The first thing all new official TCG players receive is their TCG Player's Handbook. This handbook tells you exactly what you need to do to become a top-tier TCG player. Make sure you read it. Secondly, a range of Genius Invocation merchandise is now available for you to purchase here at the Cat's Tail. So you see, becoming an official TCG player is really just the first step.
Yes.
And thirdly, whenever you wish to play a game with a friend, you can use the invitation board there. Whoever you wish to duel against, simply invite them to the tavern for a game.
Invitation board?
Yes, it's right by the bar counter. Once you get the hang of it, you can play with your friends whenever you want. That's it, really. If there's anything else you didn't quite understand, you can always come and ask me. Yes, indeed, I'm quite sure they will. Oh, sorry, I forgot to translate for you. Prince would like to say, hope you have fun playing Genius Invocation TCG.
Yay! Quest complete.
Windblade.
Wait, when did Teapot Bird get here?
Huh? There's a strange new customer in the tavern. Look! Look! It's a huge finch!
Excuse me, I am not a finch. My name is, oh dear, it seems... No, I can't quite remember my name. You can just call me Tubby, I suppose.
Well, hey Tubby. Don't think we've seen you around Mondstadt before.
That's because it's highly unusual for me to be in Mondstadt at all. I actually came here all the way from Liyue.
So, how come you came all this way just to visit the Cat's Tail?
Not to play cards?
Indeed not. Although it may surprise you to learn that the reason I was sent here still has to do with the card game. And if I am guessing correctly, and you are indeed the traveler, then as it happens, it has something to do with you, too.
Oh, really?
Well, as I'm sure you've discovered, with the rising popularity of Genius Invocation TCG, inviting a friend to a duel in the tavern has become a fun way to pass the time. There's just one little problem. Many invitees currently have to travel an enormous distance to get here, turning the whole thing into quite an ordeal. I have therefore been sent here to create a little game room, using the same Adeptus art as is used to construct Teapot Realms.
We
That
don't have
way,
our Teapot Realm
anyone
yet.
with an invitation will need only to think the thought, and they will instantly appear in the game room.
Although that's
You
convenient.
will be free to use the room whenever you wish to invite a friend to duel, and it will be far more straightforward for them to take you up on the offer.
Wow! This'll make things much easier! But what if Margaret finds out? She's not gonna get mad at you for renovating her tavern with your Adeptus arts, is she?
That shouldn't be a problem, since the realm will not be physically located within the Cat's Tail. Besides, we obviously sought the owner's permission in advance. She was quite enthusiastic. Oh, Liyue's Adepti arts sound pretty useful. Could you double the size of the tavern while you're at it? Unfortunately, my mastery of Adeptus arts is not sufficient to achieve this.
Huh. Yeah, that does sound like something Margaret would say.
Anyway, it's great that you're here. I was racking my brains trying to think how to get in touch with you after setting everything up. Right then, let's get started.
No, do I had hoped to do something
that should
other
do
than
it.
just this today.
Wow! Just like that? Liyue's Adepti arts are pretty nifty.
You know, I have a feeling that we will meet again someday. Who knows when, but we will find out when that time comes. Over to you. Now you can invite friends to duel with you in this room wherever in the world they are. I hope it serves you well. Oh, and I almost forgot. A guy from the tavern wanted me to say this to you. Hope you will have fun playing Genius Invocation TCG.
Okay. Yeah, you get a fairly paltry amount of gems. So, the stuff they were talking about you having access to. The card shop. all sorts of weaponry and equipment. And the support cards. And even more event cards. These are invitation letters that you need to play with others. You can, using materials that you find out in the wild, you can purchase card backs. The problem with these is you need a lot of these materials for leveling up your weaponry or other items, so this is really a late game thing. And of course, you can get different card boxes as you progress your abilities. You can also change the way your characters look and which characters you have for each of the items. Level rewards. Thank you. Alright. I got other things to do. Hope that makes sense to some of you. And now we can see everyone in the world who plays the game that we are capable of currently going after. Yay. That's done. Let's see what achievements we have. My hope today was actually... Ooh. I can level it up. Confirm. Yes, please. Alright. Except she uses the same ones. Let's go. Finally getting to those domains. Party level 54? No. It's gonna have to be that one. Do I want this group? Yeah. Actually, no, that's not. Oh well.
Let's spark things up a little.
Prepare to be blown away!
I must leave no stone unturned.
Stand still.
You're in for a little shock. Blitz.
No escape! Time to clean up. Leave it all to me.
Where's the big one?
You've been a naughty boy.
I must leave no stone unturned.
That's more like it.
You're in for a little shock.
Ah!
Come a little closer.
Leave it all to me.
Glad these are the last two I have to defeat.
I'll race you there.
I
Rude.
must leave no stone unturned. Someone needs assistance.
Go, go, Baron Bunny! I'll race you there!
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
No one escapes my sight!
Steady as stone.
Yeah, sure.
I'll catch up.
Let me grab this and then come on in. Alright. Let me change characters.
How brilliant!
Alright. Honestly, it's set high enough that I'm probably really going to be relying on you.
Light it up! Be gone!
Come a little closer. Blitz.
Prepare to be blown away!
Let's spark things up a little.
Wrath from the skies!
Sweet! That goes a lot better with help. Let's grab a bit of food real quick.
little closer.
Not bad.
You're in for a little shock. Try not to enjoy this too much.
Windblade!
Yes, I am pretty much spamming this dungeon because I need this for several of my characters. And I'm going to need this soon too.
Rise with the sun!
Come a little closer. Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Windblade!
Oops. Didn't dodge fast enough.
Stop me!
You got an achievement for melting? Congratulations! It's always wonderful when things like that happen. After the next round through, we'll leave the domain, see where we are. For materials.
Burn it down! Prepare to be blown away!
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Ah!
Windblade!
Come a little closer.
We'll be doing this plenty, I am sure. Ayana, you can join us next time. Alright. Oh, yeah. We'll level her up while we're at it. There, thank you. Talents.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below. Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the same. Except we call that light hope.
Today's no good for going out. Did I say that
Actually, I
yesterday
may have
as
enough
well?
to do. Most of my characters. That would be nice. Nope. Treasure hoarders. We'll get back to that in a minute. Except I don't think we can level her up. Yep. Nope.
Why not keep me company for a while? There'll be plenty of time for work later.
You want to go find some treasure hoarders? Knock some sense into them? All the way over there? Fine. Ooh. There's some jadeite. And some... Does wind cut this? Yeah. Really? This was the only close location? Oh.
Are you here to play with me?
Be gone!
Over here. The more, the merrier.
Yeah, I'll be over there in just a second.
Rise with the sun!
Citizens shine long.
A reward on the road.
So have you got that bike spin on command yet?
Prepare to be blown away!
Ah. Oh. That would make it hard to practice the bike spinning. Did not ask you to climb a tree.
Is this an answer from this world?
Where'd you disappear to? There you are. I think it's under the bridge, isn't it? Get back here, Bass. Oh, you're here anyway.
A reward on the road.
Thank you. There is... right there. Oh. I don't have... I would need to change to Geo to take care of that. Will, however, mark it on my map.
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
A reward on the road.
That's a tiny little pocket. Wait, where'd the... Oh no. Another one, another chest. Oh, back over here. I thought I got that one. Okay.
Is this an answer from this world?
Now that was just being sneaky. Come on, traveler. Little bit further. Oh, I can't wait till I have the maximum amount of stamina. What's down there? Yeah, not right now. Did you manage to take them all out? Of course you did. You're showing off.
I'll keep this close.
Rise with the sun!
Yeah, no. Alright. It is actually getting very late for us, So, Pika, thank you for your assistance. It has been greatly appreciated. We're going to go ahead and call it a day. So, I'm going to go ahead and kick you. Thank you, everybody, for coming and playing. I hope you enjoyed it. I know we spent a fair bit of time playing Genius Invocation TCG. I wish that they had simply spun it into its own game, as opposed to making it part of Genshin Impact, because I believe it would be an amazing game in and of itself, especially if they made it something you could play on your phone, just as a way to kill time. Alright, guys, it has been a lot of fun, and remember, next Wednesday, we are going to be playing Infinity Nikki next Wednesday. I will have a couple of other games for us to vote on to consider playing for the Wednesday after that, just to take a quick break. In the meantime, in the next couple of days, my Substack will have a new travel diary put up, because I'm making travel diaries for our travels in Mondstadt. Here's the link if anybody is curious and wants to subscribe. I do recommend going back and reading everything we already have. It is all free. All right. See you guys on Wednesday. Toodles!